Why does one person stay calm when things go wrong, but another gets upset or stressed? Why can some people ignore problems or mean words, while others can't stop thinking about them? It's not luck, it's how they think. They've trained their minds to stay strong. Acting like nothing can affect you doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're in control. Learn the simple mindset that makes all the difference. I, Napoleon Hill, have learned that real strength doesn't come from what happens to you, but from how you choose to respond. Life will test you, people may doubt you, problems may come, and things won't always be fair. But when you act as if nothing can affect you, you take back your power. You stay calm, you stay focused, and you keep moving. That's how true success is built from the inside out. Emotional control is power. There is a kind of strength that cannot be seen, but everyone can feel it. It's not in your muscles, your voice, or your position. It's in how you stay calm when things go wrong. It's in how you choose your response when someone tries to upset you. It's in how you keep your peace when the world around you seems to be falling apart. That strength is called emotional control, and it is one of the greatest powers a person can ever develop. Most people spend their lives reacting. They hear something they don't like, and they argue. They face a setback, and they break down. Someone says something unkind, and they carry that pain for days. In this way, their mood rises and falls with whatever is happening around them. It's as if they are a leaf in the wind, being pushed around by every storm. But you don't have to live like that. You can learn to be like a mountain, strong, still, and steady no matter what storms come your way. This does not mean you feel nothing. It means you feel everything, but you decide what deserves your attention. You choose what deserves your reaction. You become the one in charge of your thoughts and emotions, instead of letting your emotions be in charge of you. This kind of control is not easy, and it does not come overnight. It takes practice. It takes patience. It starts when you choose to pause before reacting. It starts when you ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Before you respond. It starts when you learn to stay silent when anger rises and speak only when your words are clear and calm. Some may think emotional control is the same as hiding your feelings. It's not. It's understanding your feelings, but not being ruled by them. It's knowing that shouting, blaming, crying, or walking away may feel good in the moment, but they often lead to regret later. Real strength is in staying calm, not because you are weak, but because you are focused on what really matters. When you have emotional control, you do not waste time or energy on things that do not help you grow. You do not let one bad moment ruin your entire day. You do not let one person's opinion steal your peace. You do not break down every time something doesn't go as planned. Instead, you learn to move through life with a clear mind and a steady heart. This strength will change everything. People will notice it. They will respect it. When others lose control, you will be the one who keeps it. When others get caught in arguments, you will stay calm. When others panic, you will stay clear. This is how leaders are born. This is how peace is protected. This is how success is built, not by those who never feel anger or fear, but by those who do and choose not to let it control them. Emotional control is not something you wait to feel ready for. It is something you begin to practice today. The next time something upsets you, stop, take a breath. Remind yourself that you have the power to choose your response. The more you practice, the stronger you become. And with time, you will notice that what once shook you now passes through you. That is true strength. That is real power. And once you learn to hold it, nothing can truly shake you again. You decide what hurts you. Many people live feeling hurt, angry, or rejected because of what others say or do. They carry these feelings for days, months, sometimes even years. They believe that others have the power to make them feel sad or broken. But here is a truth that is hard to accept and even harder to practice. No one can hurt you unless you allow it. What someone says is only words. What someone does is only an action. It becomes pain only when you decide to take it personally and let it sit in your heart. That does not mean you are cold or heartless. It means you are wise enough to know that your peace does not need to be given away so easily. You get to decide what enters your mind and what stays in your heart. You get to decide if an insult means something. You get to decide if a person's silence defines your worth. Most people don't realize how much power they hand over every time they say, "That person made me feel this way." The truth is, no one makes you feel anything. You feel what you allow, what you agree with, and what you repeat in your thoughts. A person may speak badly of you. You can choose to let it break you, or you can choose to see it as their own problem, not yours. A person may ignore you. You can choose to feel small, or you can remind yourself of your value. A plan may fall apart. You can choose to believe life is against you, or you can see it as a lesson, a test, or even a redirection towards something better. When you understand that your feelings are your responsibility, something changes. You stop being a victim of others. You stop letting small things ruin your day. You stop reacting to every opinion or judgment. You begin to walk with calm because you know you are not at the mercy of what others think or do. This takes practice. The old habit of being easily offended or hurt will not go away quickly, but you can start by becoming more aware. Notice when something upsets you. Ask yourself, why does this bother me so much? Most times, it is not really about what happened. It is about what you believe it means about you. And most of those beliefs come from fear or from old stories that are no longer true. When someone speaks unkindly to you, ask yourself, is this really about me or is it about them? People speak from their own pain, their own confusion, their own small view of the world. You do not have to carry their words with you. You do not have to believe every voice you hear. You can protect your peace by choosing what to believe. You can protect your heart by reminding yourself who you are without needing others to agree. You can build a kind of inner wall not to keep love out, but to keep your power in. This is not easy. It will take effort, and there will be times when something still gets to you. But each time you remind yourself, I decide what hurts me, you take back a little more of your power. You are not made of glass. You are not here to break every time life pushes you. You are here to grow stronger, softer, wiser. And you will, once you stop giving others the key to your peace. No matter what happens, you are still in control. Your mind is your own. Your heart is yours to guard, and your peace is yours to protect. Stop explaining yourself. Many people feel the need to explain every decision they make. They feel uncomfortable when others don't understand them. They try to explain their dreams, their actions, their silence, even their growth. But the truth is, not everyone will understand you, and you don't need them to. Trying to explain yourself all the time is exhausting. You give long reasons for why you made a choice, hoping others will agree. You try to make people see your side, hoping they will support you. You want them to say, yes, you're right, but often they won't. Some people are not ready to hear your truth. Some people are not open to your change, and that's okay. You do not have to make sense to everyone. You are not here to fit into everyone's idea of what is right or wrong. You are not living someone else's life. You are walking your own path, and that path may not be easy for others to see. Some people will judge your silence. Let them. Some will question your goals. Let them. Some will think you are making mistakes. Let them. Their thoughts are not your business. Their opinions do not decide your future. Their approval is not required for you to grow. Every time you explain yourself to people who are not truly listening, you lose a piece of your strength. You begin to doubt. You begin to hold back. You start to question your steps just because someone else cannot see the vision you carry inside. There is a quiet power in moving forward without explaining, in walking away without a speech, in changing your life without needing to convince anyone, not because you are arrogant, but because you are clear. Clear on what you want, clear on where you're going, clear on who you are becoming. You must understand this. Those who truly care about you will see your heart, not just your actions. They may not understand everything right away, but they will respect your growth. And those who do not care, those who always question and doubt, no amount of explaining will ever be enough for them. Keep your peace. Keep your energy. Let your actions speak. Let your life tell the story. You don't need to answer every question. You don't need to clear up every misunderstanding. Some people will never see you clearly, no matter how much you explain. And some people will feel your truth, even when you say nothing at all. There is more peace in silence than in trying to be understood by everyone. There is more power in walking forward with quiet strength than in trying to make everyone happy. You were not born to please the world. You were born to live with purpose. And that purpose does not need to be explained to everyone. So, when you feel the urge to explain, pause. Ask yourself, am I speaking from strength or from fear? If it's fear, fear of being judged, left out, or misunderstood, choose silence instead. Let your confidence grow in the quiet. Let your focus stay firm. You don't need to fight for approval. You don't need to explain your every move. You need to stay true to your journey. That's enough. And over time, your calm, your growth, your results will speak louder than any words ever could. Calm is a superpower. When life becomes noisy, when people argue, when things go wrong, most people react quickly. They shout, They panic, they rush, they lose their peace. But those who stay calm in the middle of trouble have a special kind of strength. Calm is not weakness, it is quiet power. It is the sign of someone who is in control of themselves. Staying calm does not mean you ignore problems. It means you face them without letting them shake your mind. It means that while others are running in all directions, you are standing firm. It means that while others let fear take over, you breathe deeply and choose your response. Many times, when something goes wrong, the first thing people do is react with emotion. They speak too quickly. They blame others. They make fast choices without thinking clearly. Later, they regret it. But the calm person takes a moment. The calm person waits before speaking. The calm person thinks before acting. This is why calm is so powerful. It gives you space to see clearly. A calm person brings peace to others. When you are calm, you help others feel safe. You help others slow down. You help others find direction. Even in hard times, your calm presence becomes a guide. People trust those who do not lose control. People follow those who stay steady when everything is falling apart. But staying calm is not easy. It is something you must train. You train it by noticing your breath when you feel anger rising. You train it by choosing silence instead of shouting. You train it by walking away from pointless arguments. You train it by reminding yourself, peace is more valuable than winning this moment. Some people believe that being loud shows strength, but often the strongest one is the one who says nothing and walks away, not because they are afraid, but because they value peace more than noise. They choose peace over pride. That is true power. When you are calm, you are not moved by every problem. You are not pulled into every fight. You are not shaken by every storm. You become like still water, clear, deep, and strong. You see more. You feel more. You lead better. This does not mean you never feel angry, sad, or upset. You do, but you don't let those feelings take the lead. You let them pass through without making them your master. You feel them, but you do not act from them. The more you practice calm, the more natural it becomes. One day, something will happen that would have made you panic in the past, but this time, you'll feel steady. You'll see that your heart is quiet, your mind is clear, and you'll realize you have changed. This is how calm becomes your strength. It protects your peace. It gives you better choices. It earns the respect of others. And most importantly, it keeps your power in your hands. So no matter what happens around you, remember this. You always have the choice to stay calm. You always have the power to slow down, to think, to breathe, to speak with purpose. Let others rush. Let others fight. You move with calm. You lead with calm. You live with calm. And in that calm, you will find a strength that no one can take away. Don't let mood lead. Some days you feel full of energy. Some days you feel tired. Some days you are happy and ready to take on anything. Other days you don't want to move, speak, or even try. This is normal. Everyone has these changes. But the mistake many people make is letting these moods control their actions. If you only work when you feel like it, your life will never grow strong. If you only get up when it feels easy, you will stay stuck. If you only try when you're excited, you will never finish anything. Success does not belong to the person with the best mood. It belongs to the person with the best discipline. Discipline means doing what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it. It means showing up on the cold days, the tired days, the hard days. It means pushing through the fog, the sadness, the boredom, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Most people wait for the perfect moment. They say, "I'll start tomorrow," or "When I feel better, I'll do it." But that moment rarely comes, and while they wait for the right feeling, time passes. The dream fades, the habit weakens, the body slows down, the mind becomes lazy, and life stays the same. But the person who moves forward, even with heavy feet, changes everything. They rise before they feel ready. They take action before they feel inspired. They keep their promise to themselves even when no one is watching. They are not led by mood, they are led by vision. You may not always feel strong, but you can always choose to act strong. You may not feel excited, but you can still do the work. You may not feel brave, but you can still take the next step. And when you do, something powerful happens. Your mood begins to follow your actions. Action creates energy. Action builds confidence. Action brings results, and those results bring better feelings. But you have to act first. You have to move before you feel ready. That is how you build a strong life, by building strong habits that do not bend to emotion. This does not mean you ignore your feelings. It means you don't let them lead. Feelings can guide you, teach you, and show you where you need rest or care, but they should never become your master. They are like weather changing, shifting, sometimes clear, sometimes dark, but your path must stay the same. You are not a cloud, floating wherever the wind takes you. You are a builder, shaping each day with steady hands. You are a traveler, walking a long road, one step at a time. The sun may shine or hide, but you keep walking. That is strength. That is freedom. Every time you act without waiting to feel ready, you grow. You teach your body that it can move without permission. You teach your mind that it can focus without mood. And you teach your heart that it can stay faithful to your vision even when the day feels heavy. In time, people will wonder how you do it, how you keep going, how you stay steady. But you will know the truth. You simply stopped letting your mood decide your future. You chose discipline. You chose action. You chose yourself. And that choice made again and again will shape a life that mood alone could never build. Protect your mental space. Your mind is a garden. What you allow to grow in it will shape the way you see the world, the way you feel, and the way you live. If you fill your garden with weeds, it will become overgrown, messy, and full of confusion. But if you plant good seeds and protect your space, it can become a place of peace, strength, and clear thinking. Most people do not guard their mind. They allow anything and everything to enter. They listen to every voice around them, even the ones that speak fear, doubt, and anger. They accept other people's worries as their own. They hold on to every hurtful word they hear. Over time, their mind becomes full of noise, and they wonder why they feel tired, anxious, or lost. You do not have to live this way. You can choose what to let into your mind. You can decide which thoughts to feed and which ones to release. You have the right to protect your mental space like you would protect your home. You wouldn't leave your door open for anyone to walk in, so why leave your mind open for any thought to stay? Protecting your mental space means being careful with what you listen to, who you spend time with, and what you focus on. Some people speak life into you, others speak fear, some people encourage, others complain. Some bring peace, others bring drama. You must learn to notice the difference and protect your peace like it matters, because it does. You do not need to take part in every conversation. You do not need to carry other people's problems on your back. You can care, but you do not have to carry. You can listen, but you do not have to agree. You can be kind without letting others pull you into their chaos. This also means giving yourself time to think, to be still, and to breathe. When your mind is full of noise, you cannot hear your own wisdom. You cannot feel peace when your thoughts are running in every direction. That is why you must make space to be quiet, to think clearly, and to return to yourself. Some people will not understand your need for peace. They will say you have changed. They will wonder why you no longer want to speak about the same things or spend time in the same way. Let them wonder. You are not here to please everyone. You are here to protect what helps you grow. Peace is not a prize you win. It is a choice you make. You do not need to be rude or cold. You simply need to be wise. Smile and walk away from noise. Speak less when others argue. Step back when the energy around you feels heavy. Trust that it is okay to guard your space. You are not being distant, you are being strong. The clearer your mind becomes, the better your decisions will be. The more you protect your space, the more energy you'll have. The less noise you allow in, the more peace you will feel. This is not about ignoring the world. It is about keeping your inner world in order. When your mind is clean and calm, you see life differently. You notice beauty again. You think better. You love deeper. You move wiser. You carry a lightness that others feel. And most of all, you become harder to shake because you are no longer full of weeds. You are rooted in peace. This is your mind. This is your space. Guard it with care. Respond, never react. There is a big difference between reacting and responding. Reacting is quick. It happens in the heat of the moment. It comes from emotion. Responding is slow. It happens after thought. It comes from understanding. Learning to respond instead of react is one of the most powerful habits you can build. When something unexpected happens, most people react. Someone says something rude and they get angry. Something goes wrong and they panic. A small problem appears and they make it worse by reacting without thinking. These reactions feel natural, but they often lead to regret. Reacting gives control to the outside world. It means other people, events, or words decide how you feel and what you do. But when you respond, you take back control. You pause. You breathe. You think. You ask yourself, what is the best thing to do now? That short pause can change everything. Staying calm in difficult moments is not easy, but every time you practice responding instead of reacting, you grow stronger. You become more peaceful. You avoid fights that don't need to happen. You save your energy for what truly matters. People may try to upset you. Life may surprise you with something hard, but you don't have to give in to every emotion that rises. You don't have to match every loud voice with another loud voice. You don't have to answer anger with anger. Sometimes silence is a response. Sometimes walking away is a response. Sometimes waiting before speaking is the wisest thing you can do. When you respond with calm and wisdom, people notice. They respect you more. You earn trust. You show strength, not by how loud you can be, but by how steady you stay. This kind of strength does not shake easily. It does not fall apart when things get hard. It stands tall. It's not about hiding your feelings. It's about leading them. You can feel upset, but still choose a kind word. You can feel afraid, but still make a wise choice. You can feel pressure, but still stay calm. That is what it means to respond, to act with purpose, not with panic. If you often find yourself reacting too quickly, start practicing the pause. When something triggers you, stop and take a breath. Count to 5. Give your thoughts a moment to settle. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace, or will this matter tomorrow? That small space between what happens and what you do is where your power lives. Over time, this becomes natural. Your body learns to stay calm. Your mind learns to stay clear. You become known as someone who does not break under pressure. You become someone who thinks before they speak and acts with wisdom. In every situation, you have a choice. You can react and add more fire to the moment, or you can respond and bring calm to it. One makes things worse. The other brings peace. You do not need to be quick to be strong. You do not need to be loud to be right. You do not need to fight every battle. Choose the higher road. Respond with calm. Respond with thought. Respond with strength. This is how you build a life of peace. This is how you gain respect. This is how you stay in control, no matter what the world throws at you. Respond. Never react. Make peace your default. Most people are searching for peace. They think they will find it when life becomes easier, when problems disappear, or when everything around them is quiet. But real peace does not come from outside. It begins inside. It is not something you wait for. It is something you choose and protect every day. Peace is not a prize you win at the end of a long journey. It is a way of walking the journey. You do not have to wait until life is perfect to be calm. You do not have to wait until everyone agrees with you to be at peace. You can choose peace even in the middle of trouble. Some people carry stress like a heavy bag. They worry about things they cannot control. They argue over small matters. They get upset by every little problem. Their minds are busy, and their hearts are restless. They believe peace will come later, after everything is fixed, but something is always waiting to go wrong, and they never feel truly calm. You must learn to make peace your default, not your reward. This means you choose peace first, no matter what is happening. You wake up and decide, today I will be calm. You go into your day with a quiet spirit. Even when something upsets you, you return to peace quickly. This is not easy, especially when others around you are loud, angry, or anxious. But your peace is your responsibility. No one can give it to you, and no one can take it away unless you allow it. When someone tries to pull you into an argument, you can choose to walk away. When something goes wrong, you can choose to stay steady. When you feel rushed or pressured, you can slow down and breathe. Making peace your default means you are no longer ruled by the outside world. You are no longer a slave to noise, chaos, or fear. You become like still water, deep and clear. You are able to think clearly, speak kindly, and act wisely. This kind of peace is strong. It is not weak or soft. It takes great strength to stay calm when everything around you is shaking. It takes courage to choose peace when anger feels easier. It takes wisdom to know that not every fight is worth your time, and not every noise deserves your attention. You can build this peace by practicing silence, by thinking before you speak, and by letting go of things you cannot change. You can protect it by surrounding yourself with people who bring calm, not confusion. You can feed it by resting your mind, caring for your body, and speaking gently to yourself. There will still be storms. There will still be hard days. But when peace is your default, those storms will not shake you the way they used to. You will still stand tall. You will still move forward. You will still find joy, even in simple things. Over time, you will notice something. People will start to feel better around you. They will feel safer. They will want to follow your lead. Not because you are louder, but because your peace speaks louder than noise ever could. This is the gift of peace. It changes not just your life, but the lives of those around you. So do not wait for peace. Do not search for it in far places. Build it, carry it, live it. Let peace become your home, your habit, your default. Detach from outcomes. Many people live with stress and fear because they are too attached to results. They do something and expect a certain reward. They speak and expect a certain reply. They work and expect a certain success. When things go the way they planned, they are happy. But when things don't, they feel angry, sad, or lost. Their peace rises and falls with the outcome. But life does not always give you what you expect. Sometimes, even when you try your best, things go wrong. Sometimes people don't respond the way you hope. Sometimes your plans fall apart. If your peace depends on everything going right, you will never feel calm for long. To be truly free, you must learn to let go of your tight grip on results. This does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop tying your happiness to a certain end. You still do your best. You still give your full effort. But you understand that the result is not always in your hands. Letting go of outcomes is not easy. Most people want control. They want to know what will happen. They want life to follow their plan. But real growth happens when you learn to trust the process, even when the path is uncertain. Think of a farmer. The farmer plants seeds, waters them, and takes care of the land. But the farmer cannot control the rain, the sun, or the wind. The harvest may be good or bad, but the farmer keeps working, not because of a guarantee, but because of commitment. In the same way, you must plant your actions with care, but release the need to control what grows. This is where peace begins. When you focus on effort, not outcome, you free yourself. You become calm, you become stronger, you become wiser. Letting go of results also protects your heart. It stops you from feeling like a failure when things don't go as planned. It stops you from chasing people, jobs, or rewards that are not meant for you. It helps you stay steady, even when life surprises you. You can say, I will give my best, but I will not force the result. This mindset brings power. It keeps you from feeling defeated. It keeps you from blaming yourself for things you could not control. It reminds you that doing the right thing is enough, even if others don't see it. When you are not attached to outcomes, you live with more joy. You enjoy the journey. You find meaning in the small steps. You stop waiting for the final moment to feel proud or happy. You feel it along the way. This doesn't mean you stop setting goals. You still dream. You still plan. But you hold your dreams with open hands. You trust that what is meant for you will come in the right way, at the right time. And if it doesn't, you trust that something better is waiting. This is peace. This is strength. This is freedom. Do your best. Be honest. Be kind. Work hard. And then let go. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the fear of failure. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. You are not here to control everything. You are here to grow, to serve, to become your best self. That happens not by holding tight, but by knowing when to release. Detach from outcomes, and you will find a calm that nothing can shake. Build unshakable identity. There is something inside every person that decides how they act, how they speak, and how they see themselves. That something is called identity. It is the story you tell yourself about who you are. And that story is more powerful than anything around you. Most people build their identity from the outside. They let the world shape how they see themselves. When people praise them, they feel good. When people ignore them, they feel small. When they win, they feel proud. When they fail, they feel like they are not enough. This kind of identity is easy to break because it depends on things that can change. To live a strong life, you must build your identity from the inside. You must decide who you are before the world tries to tell you. You must know your values, your goals, your purpose, and you must remind yourself of them every day. An unshakable identity does not rise and fall with people's opinions. It does not depend on the weather, the news, or what others think. It stays strong even when things go wrong. It keeps you steady when everything around you feels unsure. This does not mean you think you are better than others. It means you know yourself well enough to not be shaken by every storm. You are not your job. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are not someone else's idea of who you should be. You are who you decide to become. When your identity is clear, your choices become easier. You say no to things that do not match who you are. You say yes to things that help you grow. You stop trying to prove yourself. You stop chasing approval. You start walking with purpose. There will be times when people doubt you. There will be moments when things fall apart. But when your identity is strong, you will not fall apart with them. You will stand tall. You will keep moving forward. You will keep your peace. To build this kind of identity, you must spend time with yourself. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? Then start acting like that person every day. Not just when it feels easy, but especially when it feels hard. That is how strength is built. Keep your word, even when no one is watching. Do what is right, even when no one agrees. Be kind, even when others are not. These small choices shape your identity. They build your character, and your character becomes the foundation for everything else. You do not need to be loud to be strong. You do not need to be seen to have worth. You just need to be true to yourself, over and over again. That truth will carry you through anything. With a strong identity, you no longer need to chase peace, success, or love. You carry it with you. You no longer fear failure because it does not define you. You no longer fear rejection because you do not reject yourself. This is the person who becomes unshakable, not because life is easy, but because they have built something inside that cannot be taken away. Build that. Build the kind of strength that no one sees at first, but everyone feels in your presence. Let your actions speak. Let your heart lead. Let your identity be your anchor in every storm. When you know who you are, the world cannot shake you. That is true power. That is true peace. And that is where your best life begins.